Hi and welcome to Viper Watch. I'm Mark Economo. On a regular basis, we will bring you up to date on what is happening inside the Boca Raton Police Department. We'll update you on crimes and initiatives we're taking to continue making Boca Raton one of the safest cities in South Florida. Today we're actually going to talk about what has turned into a fairly large case. It started around last August, and it was a series of house breaks, and it ended up with 2 arrests that have led to the recovery of thousands of dollars worth of property and the resolution to dozens of cases. Joining me right now to talk about this is one of the investigators on the case, Detective Mark Horowitz. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
This case here had really started as a report of a typical house break-in back in August of 2009. How did it progress?
Well, through the series of the investigation, good police work and some luck, we were able to identify a suspect. And once again, once the things started going, it kind of pinballed down the road, and we were able to link him to a lot of other and additional burglaries to residences.
Now, this started back in August, as we mentioned, but in December you had a little bit of a break. You found the guy, but he got back out again and just went right back to doing his business.
Right. December 4th, he was found. He was located inside of a house, breaking in. It was during the burglary. A neighbor saw him actually inside the house. He noticed the neighbor. He ran out of the house, didn't get anything from inside the house. That night, we were able to take him into custody. It took about a 3-hour interview in that case, and he confessed to that case. He went to jail, but he was able to bond out.
So now, fast forward, he gets right back on the street, continues doing his business, and in February of this year, we get a break in the case. An alert neighbor.
An alert neighbor saw, once again, something suspicious. A car backed into the driveway, the area right there. Called police. An alert police officer that was on a detail at the time, not even working in the commission of his actual duties, was able to conduct a traffic stop and subsequently find property inside of the car from that burglary as well as other burglaries that he had committed. Now,
we have Dos Santos. His name's Pedro Dos Santos. We have him in custody, so then we contact his girlfriend, Tiffany Erickson, and we tell her, hey, we want to come down and talk to you.
Right. We contacted Tiffany, and she was a little bit hesitant. We were able to find out where she was living. We sent members from our SIU team, it's a special investigative unit, to go down and do some surveillance on that house. And while they were actually doing the surveillance on the house, they noticed her taking out bags of property from the house and discarding them in the trash cans of her neighbor's house. Well, once they were in the trash cans and they were public property, we went into the trash cans and we were able to discover numerous amounts of jewelry, just throwing away watches, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, everything you could think of. Very expensive things. She was obviously discarding them, thinking the police were hot on her trail.
She went as far as to hide them inside some of the kids' toys.
Well, when we executed a search warrant, after we were able to discover the jewelry, we executed a search warrant on her house, on their house, because he was still in jail. We actually found property inside the playpen for their young baby. We found property in air vents, closets, everywhere.
So they knew what they were doing. They were stashing this stuff, hiding this stuff, and I assume selling a lot of this stuff too.
Well, they had local places in and around the city, as well as other cities. That it was a job. It was a business. And one of the things while we were talking to Tiffany, basically was, you know, this was Pedro's job. We work 9 to 5. A lot of people out there work 9 to 5. Pedro worked 9 to 5. No matter what the score was the day before, he would still show up to work and want to do this, rain or shine.
Now, this is still an ongoing investigation, but we've recovered, and I've seen it, thousands of dollars worth of property, tables full of computers, jewelry, belongings, and we've turned a lot of it over back to the people that it was stolen from. Two-part question. One, it must be a good feeling to be able to recover property and give it back to folks, but in all your years of police work, is this the most stash you've seen taken?
Well, I've been a detective for 9 years, and I think you could take all the property that I've ever seen recovered in those 9 years, and this is going to be much more than that, just in this one investigation with this case. No doubt, without a doubt. A lot of the property, you know, it's just property, but a lot of the things, they're very, you know, there's a lot of sentimental value here. There's things, you know, things that can't be replaced from family members, class rings, people who have passed away, and they've left them to their siblings, to their, you know, their sons, daughters, things like that. And we've actually been able to see their faces come in, and they're very excited to get some of their stuff back.
All right. Thank you very much for the update.
Hey.
Continued good work. Thank you very much, Detective Mark Horowitz, and thank you for joining us on Viper Watch. And remember, in order to stay on top of what is happening daily, you can log on to our website at bocaviper.com, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Mark Economo. Have a great day.